Hello guys, my name is Suraj, and in the last video I talked about how to navigate in Emacs and how to edit text, copy and pasting kind of stuff. But in this video we are going to do some real talking. Okay, we are going to talk about why Emacs is different from other text set and what makes Emacs so powerful and good. Okay, why I love Emacs. I'm going to reveal why I love Emacs in this video. Okay, so let's open Emacs. Okay, so the first thing about Emacs which you need to understand is Emacs on its core is actually a Lisp interpreter. What does it mean? Well, Lisp is a programming language, okay, and interpreter is like if you know Python. So when you run Python, it interact with interpreter, like compilers and interpreter. If you are using Emacs, I expect you know. So what does it mean is you can run Lisp code in Emacs, and Emacs is capable of running Lisp code. Okay, so 70% of Emacs I think is written in Lisp, and not actually Lisp, it's eLisp. So eLisp is a variant of Lisp, which full form is Emacs Lisp. So that eLisp is completely dedicated for Emacs. Okay, so what happen is what people do is people write packages for Emacs in eLisp. Okay, so this is really powerful, and no other text editor have something like this makes Emacs so unique, and you can even use Emacs for like coming 50 years. Okay, I mean this completely define Emacs. Okay, so the beauty about it is there are a lot of packages to extend Emacs to get more functionality in Emacs. And on the other side, what you can do is you can write your own functions, your own things, and you can do stuff for your personal kind of stuff. Okay, personal preference. Okay, for example, in Emacs, if you want something like a music player, like Spotify music player, there are someone who wrote a Spotify player for Emacs in eLisp. Okay, and he put this in Melpa. I will talk about Melpa later. Okay, Melpa is basically the package manager of these packages which are written in eLisp. Okay, so how you can write your eLisp inside Emacs and run it. Okay, now this is what I'm going to show you. So before showing you, let me explain you a little concept about Emacs. Emacs have buffers. Okay, right now what you are seeing is a buffer, and this is not the only buffer which is opened right now inside Emacs. Okay, there's one more buffer which is open, and to see that buffers you can do Emacs. What Emacs means, not Emacs, it's altmax. No, not max, it's altx. Okay, so it's actually altx. Alt means meta, so this is why meta x. So let me do this again. Okay, meta x, you see alt plus x. Yeah, and if you accidentally open this and something is popping up and asking for input, and you don't want to continue, you just want to exit from this, you can press Control G. This is a very important lesson. It's also written here to quit a partially entered command, type Control G. So keep this in mind. Okay, so let's do meta x again and write list buffers. Okay, and this is a command. Okay, so what meta x allow you to do is you can write any command and press enter. I will explain this further. Okay, so let's press enter, and you see a window which lists all the buffers which are opened right now. So there are 3 buffers. Okay, if I press this scratch buffer which says Lisp interaction, so if I press this buffer, you can see a buffer is opened. Okay, and it says that this buffer is for text that is not saved and for Lisp evaluation. So I can write anything here and it will not get saved. And I can write Lisp code here, and then I can run that Lisp code. Okay, so before doing anything, I want to close this buffer. So to close this buffer, what I can do is I can press Ctrl X and then K. Now what this will do is this will kill this buffer. Okay, so this buffer will get closed, but this window will not get closed. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, just press enter, and this buffer that buffer got killed. And what Emacs did is Emacs searched for the next buffer. Okay, that when one buffer get killed, it searched for the next buffer, and it finds scratch buffer, so it opened that scratch buffer. Now to close a window, like this window is open, to close this window, what I can press is Ctrl X and 0. Okay, so I will talk about these key bindings later in detail, like what is window, how to close that window, how to open two windows, how to let me just show you. Okay, like horizontal windows, how to open like vertical split. Okay, so what this is window, and inside this window what you see is buffer. Okay, so let's just close these windows. I will talk about this later, but now right now we are in scratch buffer. Okay, this is important. This is what I wanted to do. I just wanted to show you the scratch buffer. Alright, so what scratch buffer is for, you can write Lisp code here and you can run it. Okay, and Emacs will run that code for you. So I don't know Lisp programming. You don't need to know Lisp programming. If you're thinking you want to be a good in Emacs and you have to learn Lisp, no, you don't. Okay, there is no need of learning any programming for Emacs. Okay, so what you can do is, let me write some basic addition code in Lisp. So 5 6 3. Okay, so what this code will do, if you guess, it will add 5 and 3. Now after seeing this, you can easily say that Lisp is not a normal Python like language. Okay, it's a little bit peculiar, it's different. And the function name, we write the function name in start, and then we write the arguments. It's not like normal, like it's not like this. Okay, so Lisp is little bit different. Okay, this is the only thing I want to say. Now you can execute this. Okay, you can execute this right now, and what you need to do is, you have to go to the end of the line, means end of the code, and you can press Ctrl X and then E. And when you do this, in the bottom you can see it says the answer 8, and then in octal and in hexa, which doesn't, it's just nothing. Okay, just ignore it. So the answer is 8, and it pop up in the bottom. So we just execute Lisp code. Okay, now this is really good. Okay, there are a lot of programs which is written in Emacs and already exist inside Emacs, which I will show you later. But right now what I just want to do is I want to remove this menu bar, because this is taking space and it's annoying. Okay, I'm sorry, toolbar. This is toolbar and this is menu bar. Okay, so I just want to remove all of these. I also want to remove this scroll bar. Okay, and literally 99% Emacs user do this. No one wants these bar and scroll bar and these kind of stuff. Okay, so what you can do is you can just write, I guess, first menu bar, not menu bar mode. Yeah, so what I need to do is I need to just write this code. Okay, now you might wonder what this code is doing. Basically what it's doing is it's setting the menu bar mode value to -1. Okay, and if this menu bar mode variable value get -1, I don't know, it's variable, I think it's not variable, I actually don't know this, but all I can say is, I'm sorry, what kind of teacher I am, I don't know, and I'm teaching. Or, okay, sorry, I'm not perfect, okay. So what's this doing? It's disabling the mode, menu bar mode, okay. If you want to read about it much, what you can do is you can just open Emacs wiki, and trust me, you are always going to search wiki, okay, menu bar. So I think this is the best way to learn. Alright, let me read this. The menu bar is enabled by default. You can leave this. Yeah, add menu bar mode 1 to leave this, okay. Just to enable menu bar, we have to type this. Just to disable menu bar, we have to type this, okay. So it's not telling what it's doing, but it will work, okay. So let's go to the end of the line. Let's press Ctrl X and then Ctrl E, and what it says is nil, and it removes the menu bar, okay. So now what we can do is we can type toolbar mode. Now you might think, do I need to remember all of this? No, you can just Google it, okay. I actually Googled it. So Ctrl X and then Ctrl E. Remember, your cursor should be to the end of the line, okay. So now the toolbar is gone, which seems so clear to me, okay. Now what you can do is you can also remove this scroll bar. So scroll bar mode -1 and Ctrl X, Ctrl E, and the scroll bar is gone, okay. So this is so nice, this is so clean. Now if I open another instance of Emacs, let's open another. So it's back, okay. So we need some way to save these changes, okay. I want these changes to get saved, and what I can do is there is the init file, okay. All we need to do is we need to create that init file, and we need to enter this code inside that init file, okay. You can say that this init file is the config file of Emacs, okay. So let's type Ctrl X and F, and where we need to create this init file. When you first time open Emacs in your computer, in your home folder, it will automatically create a emacs.d directory, okay. If I open my terminal, let me open my terminal, or let me increase the font size. If I ls -a actually. So where is that directory? Yeah, so this .emacs.d directory, so it automatically make this directory, and if I go inside this directory, it only contain these two folders, which you don't need to worry about, okay. All you need to worry about is .emacs.d directory, okay. So we need to create a init file here, init file, okay. So inside this emacs.d, we need to create init file, and we need to add the extension of el. Now what this el means, it means Emacs Lisp, okay. So basically this init file is actually Emacs Lisp file, okay. So it's like a source code for Emacs Lisp, okay. So just press enter, and then we need to switch to the back buffer, scratch buffer. So Ctrl X B to switch buffers. I will explain these things later, okay. So just select all this, and then meta w to copy, if you remember the last lesson. So let's switch buffer again, Ctrl X B, and paste this here, okay. We can write comments with this semicolon, and then we can just write, this is my Emacs config, and I will do my changes. I don't need to write this is my Emacs config, and that's it, okay. So if now I have to save this, and I have to close my Emacs, and if I open my Emacs again, what the fuck? What the? Oh man, why this happened? Let me see. I know why this happened. I don't know why, but my computer generated this .emacs file. I have no idea why my computer did this. And there are two ways to write the Emacs config. One, you can just write your Emacs config inside .emacs file, or you can do this, go inside .ext and create an init.tl file. This is the best way, this is the worst way. Okay, so let's get back and remove that Emacs file. Oh, this file. Okay, so let's open again. Oh, finally. So actually, let me tell you, now you see the font is a little small. So to increase the font, what I did is I used something, and that thing generate that file. Okay, so unfortunately now my font is small, but we can increase it. We can write code for it in our init.tl file. So let's open init.tl file, .emacs init.tl. Okay, font is really small. What I can do about this? Okay, so let's see how to increase font. Yes, I don't know how to increase font. Font size Emacs. Where is Emacs wiki? Yeah, this is Emacs wiki. It's the most I spent so much time studying Emacs wiki. Let me show you a little Easter egg in Emacs wiki. It's not Easter egg actually, but I found this where, so I want to show you. Wait a second. How to edit Emacs wiki? Is there any way to edit Emacs wiki? What the fuck? How to edit Emacs wiki? Wait a second. How to edit? Oh, okay. I'm wasting my time. I should not do this. Edit this page. Yeah. So I can edit this Emacs wiki, and then I can just go here and try to do some changes and change my yeah, what is the greatest editor out there? You have to write Emacs here. Okay, if you don't write Emacs, it will not work. Okay, to change Emacs wiki, you have to answer this question. You have to write Emacs. This is very stupid. I waste so much time on it. Alright, so we need to change font. Okay, so to change font, we need to find the code. I think this is the code. I guess this is the code. No, I guess this is the code. I am so bad at this. You must have. Hey, wait a second. I can open my GitHub. I can open my GitHub. I have my own config which I wrote and don't know anything about. Still I wrote. So yeah, this is the code. This is the actual code to change the font. So what I can do is I can go here, I can just paste this code. Okay, all you need to do is paste this code. I can increase the font size to 16. I can save. I can quit Emacs. I can open Emacs again. Boom, font is good now. So okay, now the font is okay. We can write further. We can write some more functionality in our config, and the main functionality right now which you need exactly right now is when you edit files in Emacs. Suppose I open let me open it. Okay, suppose you open this file. Okay, and I did some changes. Okay, so if I go to my terminal, which is pretty huge right now, if I go to that directory, so I opened this file in Emacs, and yeah, this is the file I'm editing right now. Okay, this is the file I'm editing right now, and you see there is another file which have this tilde symbol, and this is the backup file. Okay, so Emacs generate these kind of backup files which I don't like. Actually, I hate this. Okay, so what I can do is I can not in my config. Okay, Emacs generate backup, Emacs backup files. Okay, just go. Okay, there are two sites which I always see when it comes to read about Emacs. One is GNOME.org, another is Emacs Wiki. So this is my suggestion, always go to these sites. Most of the times I have to find, I forget the key bindings, or I have to know a key binding for doing things. For example, for example, I was like, I'm coding, okay, and I just want to select this, and then I want to comment this, and I don't know how to comment this. In Sublime you can do this, you can comment the whole selected area. How to do in Emacs? So comment region. So is there any way? Okay, Stack Overflow come first, but yeah, this is the proper way. Okay, you should go to the GNU.org or Emacs Wiki, and then there is meta and semicolon. Okay, so this is so nice. I mean, you go, you search, you learn, and then you come and just do it. Okay, so right now we have to solve this issue of backup, otherwise it will going to bombard all your directories. I mean, whatever file you open in Emacs, it will create one backup file of that particular file. I hate this a lot. So where it is, yeah, make backup files. So this is the mode in Emacs, make backup files. And what I can do is, let me kill this. Okay, so what we need to do is, we need to shut this mode down. Okay, so let's just save. Now I need to quit, but I'm not going to quit. What I can do is, I can, because this is a EL file and this Emacs is a eLisp interpreter, you can also do what you did in Scratch Buffer. You can go to the end of the line, you can press Control X and then Control E, and this will give you errors like this. Okay, so I'm doing something wrong and I got an error, and this is also a buffer where you get this error. So let's fix this error by searching my config. Trust me when I write this. Okay, so when I write this config, I know what I'm doing. Okay, but right now I just forgot. Okay, I forgot everything, and I'm making tutorial without any preparation. So this error came because make backup file is not a function. It's actually a variable. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to set this variable value to nil. What setQ means, whenever you see setQ, it means variable value. Okay, so you are setting the value of a variable. So I can fix my mistake, I can just do this. Okay, so Control X and then Control E, and this works fine. Now I need to close this buffer, so just Control X and then 0. Now I will tell you later how to handle buffer and how to handle windows, but right now I want you to learn how to write your config. Okay, so now if I delete this tilde file. Okay, so after deleting, now I can edit. What the fuck I'm doing? Sorry, I said curse word. Okay, so now if I edit like any file, like notes, not notes file, okay, now if I edit anything like something, it will not going to create any tilde file. Why I'm showing you, just trust me. Okay, so alright, there is another type of file. This, I don't know why Emacs create this, but sometimes Emacs create this too. So what we can do is, we should also write this. I think this will solve this issue. So okay, so this is good. we did little bit change in our Emacs. We changed the font, we removed that menu bar, we removed this toolbar, scroll bar, and we just these backups, stupid backups. I think that's enough. Or like now at least I can use Emacs little bit after these changes are must for me. Okay, so now let's go further, okay, and add our package manager. So in Emacs, as I told you before, you can install packages, and Emacs have some packages. If you press meta x, like meta x, and then write list packages, you see a whole bunch of packages, but these are not all packages which Emacs have. Okay, I think these are all packages which Emacs have. What is happening? I didn't even add Malpa packages. No. These are not actually all packages. Oh, by default, Emacs have a lot of packages. That's impressive. So you can extend this list. You can add more packages. So these are the list of packages which are not installed. You can install any of these packages. Like for example, Ace window is a package to quickly switch windows. So what I can do, I can press enter, and I get this window, and I can press install to install packages. But never use Emacs GUI to install packages or do things. Okay, so these are the packages which are written in eLisp, as I told you, and many talented people write these packages, and you can just add whatever you want. If you like chess, there is a package for chess. Where it is, I just saw chess. Okay, I have to do reverse search. Chess, yeah. So you can install chess packages. So before installing any packages, let me extend my package list and add Malpa packages. Now what is Malpa? What is all of this? So there are two ways to get Emacs packages. One is built-in packages. So these are the list of already exist packages in Emacs. These packages come by default. You can install any of these packages, but there is another way, and that is Malpa. So Malpa, let me show you. Malpa. Okay, so if you go to malpa.org, so okay, so this site is saying everything. What is Milky Postman image list package archive? Yeah, so sorry, I got lost. So Malpa is basically Malpa is something which contain Emacs packages. I'm so bad in doing tutorials, alright. So if you go to the packages list, okay, my mouse is not working, or site is not working. I don't like Malpa site, it not work. Okay, what you can do is you can add some code which is present here in your init.tl, and it's going to extend the list of packages available inside your Emacs. Okay, so you will get more packages in Emacs, and by more packages, it doesn't mean those packages are getting installed in your Emacs, but you can install it. Okay, it's basically like in Linux, you do sudo pacman -s5 means update. Okay, you update your repository list, so it's similar to that. Okay, so let me just to get started with Malpa, you have to just copy the text here, come to getting started, and copy this text and add this in your init.tl. I'm going to add this on your top. Let's just remove all these comments. So okay, this code is very important. Without this code, you are not going to able to install any Malpa packages. So Malpa offer a lot of packages. If you see this list, there are a lot of packages. I use package wait, use package is not in, yeah, it is in Melfa. So there are a lot of packages which I use from Melfa. I mean, every Emacs user know Melfa. So let's just save and let's just open Emacs again. And now if I go to list packages, so now if I scroll, if I go bottom, yeah, so here you see archive. There is a GNU archive, there is a Melfa archive. Okay, I think, yeah, so look at those packages. Okay, those came from Melfa. Okay, so this is Melfa archive. Melfa have these packages, and now we have a lot of packages. Okay, so we can install these packages, we can extend our Emacs. Okay, now to install these packages, there are multiple ways. Okay, you can install by using, I don't know many ways. Okay, what I use is use package to install these packages. Okay, now this is getting very confusing and I don't know, I should continue doing this. All right, so in the next video I will tell you, I will try my best to explain these in next video, what is use package and how to install these packages, how to extend our Emacs, and I think I should also do a video on how to open windows and how to close windows, how to manage buffer, and I also need to explain what this actually is. I didn't told you the truth. So you don't actually write commands, you write the function names actually, and you execute those functions. So let's what I am planning to do, I'm going to upload this video and I'm going to take honest review from some people and ask them if they get anything or whatever I rambled about. So if you watch this video complete, I'm stunned. Okay, this is like this is a very bad tutorial. I don't know anything, I google things, but I think this is good. Now you know how I figured out things in Emacs and how you can also do this. Okay, so if even you got this, that how to write this init.el and what this init.el file actually is, then it's a win-win situation. Your time worth your time. Okay, so thanks for watching. I will try to make more videos and I will explain whatever I'm ditching in this video, like how to install Melfa package and how to write more config. But if I failed, okay, if you guys didn't understand whatever I talked in this video, what you can do is you can just simply go to YouTube and search Uncle Dave. He's like my master. Whatever I learned from him. Then the problem with his video is his mic quality is not very good, but trust me, he is a pro. He used Gen 2 and I'm a big fan of Uncle Dave. Okay, he teach me how to use Emacs, and this is the playlist you should actually watch. Okay, so thank you for watching this video. I don't know how